What internet marketing expert should you spend your valuable time listening to? Listen to someone who has over 20 years of web marketing experience and hundreds of website marketing success stories. That man is Aaron Sparks from Site Strategics. And this is Edge of the Web Radio.
All right. So what's going on with your Facebook campaign, Doug?
We're adding followers slowly. Very slowly.
You know, if you're running ads, your ads go unnoticed. People bounce off your landing page, and their value proposition seems to offer no value. It's like I'm looking at you, and I say, you know what? You got some problems here.
You're absolutely right.
You know, you wonder, do companies actually make money with Facebook ads, or is this all a lie?
I think a lot of marketers do very well with Facebook ads.
I've heard so many times how Facebook it just doesn't work.
It requires work though.
It does. I mean, there's case studies about success of Facebook ads. I mean, you may want to drag Mark Zuckerberg by the hoodie to your office and show him what is exactly going on with your particular campaign. The ROI is just not case study worthy. In fact, your ROI may not even exist whatsoever. If this sounds like you, then you're missing a vital link about why advertising on Facebook works. Here are the most common reasons why your Facebook campaign is failing. Number one, you're advertising on Facebook like it's a search engine. As someone who's listened to the show here before, you probably know how to make the internet advertising produce business with Google AdWords, or you've heard us talk about it. AdWords have been around since 2000, and you can so you have some time to experiment with the system and learn how to use it effectively for your business model. You know about keeping your ad groups tight and using negative keywords and sending users to the right landing page. Well, that's not how Facebook works. Okay, Facebook is focused on, well, potential customers are using Facebook like the social network that it is. They're not going in there and actually searching for a particular thing. They're not intent driven. They're there in a network where they're looking and looking at different concepts, not pursuing them. Okay, Facebook users browse while Google users search with a goal in mind. Okay. People use social channels like Facebook with different intent than they do with search engine channels like Google. When users search on Google, or they have a specific intent in mind, which boils down to knowing, going, and doing. Now check this out. Each of these intents is a type of question that requires a specific answer. Now, all right, knowing looks for more information on a product, service, or a person. Okay. Going looks for a destination, like, they're looking for the local pizza joint, right? Doing looks for a place to make a transaction or other conversation. If everything works as it should, Google is there to provide the link for that exact answer. Your ad on Google should be as relevant as to that specific intent. But let's translate that over to Facebook. People on Facebook use a social network with varying intent. They do not go to Facebook to answer a question, get directions, or perform an action. They don't. According to a recent study, the number one reason users are on Facebook is to be entertained. That's why they're there. And number two is to kill time, but we won't talk about that right now. They're browsing around looking for entertaining, interesting, and engaging pieces of content. If you're trying to sell to those users whose intent is to browse and be entertained and engaged, they are not going to buy. Just like in a regular store, if somebody's looking in a museum, you're not trying to sell them a piece of art. They're looking and browsing and wanting to be entertained.
Yep.
So you need to create Facebook campaigns to engage customers now, so that you can sell to them later. Okay. Users of Facebook, they're on to be entertained, so any immediate attempt to sell them, they'll actually ignore it, or it will actually annoy them.
Yep.
So if your user fits a particular customer demographic, then they should become a lead and eventually become a customer by this kind of a long distance type of relationship, a warming of the lead, so to speak. You don't want to ignore Facebook. Instead, you want to actually engage with them on Facebook, capture their information, and continue to market to them when they're in the buying mind frame. capturing their information allows you to do it in a couple different channels here. But here's the quick tip, real quick. 1, define your sales funnel. 2, create an engaging offer. All right. Prepare the campaign and then run the campaign and then test the campaign. Focus on what the offers are, not from a sales standpoint, but from an entertainment standpoint. Okay. There's a lot more inside of Facebook creativity, but you need to continue to market to the user once they receive the information. If they sign up for an email, drip that email campaign out there because they're going to want to buy eventually. But if they're browsing, they want to be entertained, give them something to be entertained about. Okay? Their Facebook posts and what have you. Make something fun to interact with. That's the first and foremost goal that you should be aligning yourself with in Facebook. Well, thanks so much for listening.